noticed there's no violence. No one's blowing up cars. There's no protests in the streets. Is that what you've noticed? I mean, in the surrounding area covering this, do you see any protests?
It's just a somber tone. It's just a somber tone. There is no violence in response to Charlie Kirk's death. And I think that really sends a strong message to the nation about where we are at right now and how both sides choose to handle the political discourse. People are very upset. They're somber, but I've not seen any messages encouraging anyone to go out there and seek revenge for Charlie Kirk. In fact, what I am seeing is people wanting to double down with the message that he engaged in, peaceful political discourse.
Absolutely. CB, we'll check in with you again. Thank you.
Thanks, CB.
Thanks, CB.
I was glad he made that point yesterday, in particular because we've seen this play out in our country, unfortunately, when there have been other deaths. Sometimes something will happen, and immediately you'll see massive protests, looting, fires, people...
On one side.
Generally, it's on one side. And the fact is, a credit to the great folks over in the state of Utah. I also was touched because...
Maybe a credit to conservatives.
Indeed. And I was really touched when he said, listen, we didn't want it to be one of us. We didn't want it to be somebody from our great state. I know the Beehive State pretty well, being a Colorado kid, but I was really heartened to see how the community writ large was prayerful. They were calm, and everyone seemed resolute that this eventually would come to an end, and thank God they caught this guy.
And he took 3 things that were death sentences with this country. He talked about religion, he talked about gender, and he talked about politics. With one side, how many buildings burned last night? Not one.
That's right.
How many people were dragged in the street for looking like they maybe were the shooter? Not one. How many police officers were spit on for not doing their job? Not one. The hate, the negativity, even for a person, I met him a couple times, I think he did the show with us. But the things that him and I have in common, his little girls are never gonna see their dad again.
Listen to some powerful words from the Utah governor, Spencer Cox, who spoke about how the community in Utah reacted to the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
I want you to look at how Utahns reacted the last 2 nights. There was no rioting, there was no looting, there were no cars set on fire, there was no violence. There were vigils and prayers and people coming together to share the humanity. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is the answer to this.